Hey folks, willkommen ins Wolfenstein, I guess, whatever. On a serious Chichi. Last time we played a visit to Blazkowicz's past in Castle Wolfenstein. And we found the crowbar, and we found out that Max Haas has stolen evidence of whatever. Not evidence, the plans for the revolution. So now we have...
Schlaf, Kindlein, schlaf. Der Vater hüt dich Schaf. Die Mutter schüttelt's Bäumelein. Da fällt herab ein Träumelein. Schlaf, Kindlein, schlaf.
Yeah. There's a lot of really sad stuff going on in this game.
Kindlein, schlaf.
You have the big, strong, mentally retarded guy who has to be cared for by the ex-Nazis, trying to redeem himself. It's pretty heavy duty for a FPS game. I'm of mixed feelings on this. There are points in the game where I'm like, you know, isn't this subject material a little too heavy for an FPS game? But they handle it fairly well. We have the folder. We have the jewel, the treasure that comes with it, the Tasmaniac. You are still checking out on Max Haas. We had a little nightmare Castle Wolfenstein fun. There are various doors that are locked that will not be locked later in the game when we will actually have to do things in those rooms. If I can avoid talking to Caroline, I'm going to check in on these two again. Bobby Bram just doesn't like us.
I'm busy. Can't you see I'm working? Like a dumb monkey, this one. Oh, idiot.
Yeah. Tesla was known for not being very good with social stuff. That's why I think she's supposed to be kind of a tribute to Nikola Tesla. He was known in particular for being very rude to fat people. So, yeah. I don't know that he would have gotten on that well with me. And she's writing, yeah. She's like a scientist. You want knowledge, get yourself a scientist. And she has a little chair on top of filing cabinets with papers under them, so that's cool. Bobby Bram just... He's trying to read. And we're just like, no, is he trying to write? And we just keep looking over his shoulder, being a pain in the ass. Various figures of import within Nazi Germany. Frau Engel is up there. But Death's Head being at the top with no Hitler. I don't know, if Hitler maybe is supposed to be dead at this point. If that's what's going on, I don't know why they wouldn't just say so. He was, you know, he was an older gentleman by the end of the war. There are pictures of him in color from near the end of the war, where he's got gray hair. I mean, you know, probably leading the most evil empire in the history of the world during a massive world war, probably put a few gray hairs on his head. But and here's the door to the outside, which is, of course, has lots of machine guns built into it. Fair enough. There's a picture from Max Haas. Here's the room where he told us to go looking for the plans. Stop. That is not German. That's some kind of Eastern European language. There's another one of Max's toys. There is a picture of a blonde woman riding on a bomb. There is a chain toilet. Oh. I thought we were going to investigate something entirely different there. But actually we pop back here, and I think there was I think that's where we actually found the either the record or not the record. That's weird. I remember finding that record, but I thought it was a different part of the game. It seems like we'd find like an Enigma code or something back here, but in fact, it's a record. So let's listen.
Schaut uns an und wir zurück. Der Mond ist
I'm rocking my head right now. So I don't actually know what Mond Mond means. I feel a bit silly. I should have researched this up front. Decay for, I guess, means the Beatles. Thus, the blue U-boat. I mean, instead of yellow submarine, they got the blue U-boat. When Decayfer was formed by 4 Englishmen from Liverpool and Nazi-controlled Great Britain, they were faced with a choice. Either start singing in German or face banning and detainment by the Nazi regime. Decayfer chose to adopt the times. They changed their name and learned how to sing in German. Currently, they're touring Europe to promote their latest Das Blaue U-Boot album. Rumor has it they lace their innocuous pop music with hidden codes which subvert the original meaning of the lyrics. Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. So I don't know, do you feel like listening to more of this? Cast your vote right now in the comments. And I obviously won't hear it. So I'm going to cut this off. You can look it up if you want to hear more. It's just kind of, you know, comedy bit. Beatles music in German. There's a couple more recordings in the game. There's not very many. There's a bunch of recordings in the game. Most of them have nothing to do with that. With pop music. You know, maybe I get like a Xbox trophy or PlayStation achievement if I flush every toilet. No comment that time. But, yeah, there's another one later on where they have another pop song adopted for German. Alright, let's actually advance the flow. Exit level. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Once we give her the plans, we start in on another combat op. Because, of course, we're going to have to do it.
Much obliged, Captain Blazkowicz. You ready for an assignment?
Can't Fergus do it?
Friends and comrades, this is it.
And Max Hoss.
Project Whisper. It's been in development for years. A helicopter aircraft. The Nazis have found a way to make it
heliocopter
virtually
aeroplane.
undetectable by means of radar. Anya has decrypted the Nazi chatter out of London and located the only 3 prototypes in existence at the London Nautica research facilities there. With Captain Blazkowicz on the team, we are finally strong enough to strike at the operations. The days of scurrying like rats are over. With these machines in our possession, we can go anywhere, hit anything. We will rebuild the Kreisau Circle, arm ourselves to the hilt. We will rise up and take down Death's Head for good. They think the war's over. That we are weak, beaten.
They think the war is over. They're the ones who are insane.
As always, they are wrong.
I've got a 14-hour drive. I've got a sinus infection. I haven't had a full night's sleep in 8 months. So let's go, people. Because I'm not doing this again.
You've got balls of steel, Bobby Brown.
Stop. I just want to get this over with.
And again, if the other guy's alive, he tries to compliment Bobby Bram, and Bobby Bram shuts him off. Blondie. So now we're in London. You can drive. Oh, there, Heil Hitler. So, a little brief acknowledgement of Hitler. Yeah, I know, I don't like him either. But things get a little dark here, folks.
This big fucking disgrace of a building is a London Nautica. This used to be downtown London. Used to be fighting in the streets over here. I mean, furious, unrelenting resistance. And then the Nazis brought in the London Monitor and everything went to shit from there. They just do whatsoever they please now. They just fucking leveled everything and erected this fucking monstrosity. It's a top Nazi research facility, this is. Aviation, space, all kinds of evil shit transpiring. Caroline and the other pilots should be over the radio tower by now, you see it?
Yeah.
Anya's operating the radio back in Berlin. You can reach him using this. This is where you get off.
Okay, well,
So long, Blazkowicz.
hope you're feeling better. You mentioned that sinus
You make this
infection.
count, all right?
Well, I mean, it's a long drive, but it's not that big of a... Oh. You mean you didn't know that was going to happen? I mean, I'm pretending I didn't know. I only know because of the previous, boom. Yeah, I was not asked to dodge that. That would have been a bit much. Yeah. Yeah, we are now officially into Chapter 6, London Nautica. And, the combat got pretty intense in this chapter, if I recall. At least one point. Bobby Bram gave Brave Man. Yeah, Bram, he's like from the dark side. He's like one half of the evil English people from Impact Wrestling. But anyway, Bobby Bram, Brave Man, gave his life for the cause. Can't dwell on it, need to get going. Fight my way into the London Nautica. Perhaps I'll join. So yeah, the reason he was so pissy when we met him is because basically he knew that they had a mission planned where he would be basically committing suicide bomber. And this is this is another thing about this game. In today's political climate, this game came out in 2014. The good guys are using a car bomb against the bad guys.
We are moving into position at the top of the radio tower, approximately 7 blocks from your location. You'll have to find a way to the top floor of the Nautica and open the hangar doors. That way me and the other pilots can get inside.
Our overall mission, as she pointed out, is we've got to get in there, and this is like a research facility. We're trying to steal some Nazi tech to use against them. Convenient that like the 3 prototypes for the super weapon, which will make it impossible for the Nazis to find and stop us, are all here and blah blah blah. But you know, I mean, come on, how much freaking realism do we want about a game in an alternate future where the Nazis won because they have super technology? We do need to keep our eyes peeled for a health upgrade, and it appears that I missed a whole bunch of shit. Including all the gold pickups, so I'll be keeping my eyes open. The only one we care about is a health upgrade, but I really would prefer to find that. We'll be coming across Air Force commanders, Air Force soldiers, and ooh, heavy robot. Not looking forward to that. We need to get into that building there. Because we need to actually find all this hidden stuff, I can't just dash through this thing quickly, but I'm pretty sure the health pickup is not hidden in the rubble at the beginning of the stage. I could be wrong. Oh, it sounds like a Panzerhund. Not even a Kampfhund, that's a Panzerhund. I've mentioned to you that eventually we'll actually have to fight those. We have not yet reached the point in the game where those are anything other than a plot point, you must evade or you will die type of deal. We cannot kill that thing. But I have a feeling we're gonna have to deal with it at some point. Game now reminded me just a little bit of Bullet Witch. And you know, I'll throw it out there. Not a game that receives a lot of love. I would be thrilled if it's suddenly, randomly, it turns out that a, like, next-gen system, not a remake, but like a sequel to Bullet Witch, I would be so over that, all over that game. I would love that. Chased fears, your soul burns away. Oh, that'd be awesome. But that's not what we're playing now, because the odds of that happening, I mean, a new Rumble Roses game is more likely than a new Bullet Witch game, and neither of them are happening, folks. Okay. Continue to creep along. Interesting. So that is the thing that you use for recharging energy weapons. Usually when those pop up, well, energy weapons, we only have one right now. It's the laser cutter. And it's not really a weapon. We can't use it against enemies. Can we? Oh, we can. It kind of sucks. But usually when these pop up, it's because there's some plot reason you need to use the laser cutter. I gotta stop wasting its ammo. So I'm looking to see if there's something we're supposed to be cutting around here. Oh, I'm sorry. We can slide under that. So I would expect something that we need to cut will be popping up. That's why they gave us this. I'm also expecting that we heard a Panzerhund. I think we'll be seeing a Panzerhund at some point. And probably there will be the potential for us to get game over by a Panzerhund. Yeah, the same way we can cut through this stuff right now. You saw that like steel grating before in our base. Eventually we'll get an upgrade where we can cut through that the same way. Let's go ahead and charge this back up. Yeah, what was I just saying? It's gonna be a lot of little moments where I predict something and I can't swear it's because I don't half remember it, but if I remember for sure that something like that's gonna happen, I will not try to play it off as my incredible knowledge. But we do got another way out, so that's good. A lot of dead Nazis from that building falling. It's cool with me. It's probably some dead civilians, people like maintenance workers. I don't know if every single maintenance worker they had in that facility would be a bona fide card-carrying Nazi, but... See, that I don't get. Why didn't I... Oh... You know what I got? I started with 140 health and it got knocked down by the suicide bombing. I don't think I could have avoided that, but... So we got a new continuation point. And whatever you might think, I believe we could have been killed by that Panzerhund. Or at least damaged. Game wants us to think we're done with it. I don't know that we are. Ah, shit. We're probably supposed to... Yeah, I think we're dead. I think I was supposed to rush through that section rather than lingering. Weder besti noch Mensch kann uns etwas anhaben. Something of men can us... No fucking clue, sorry. Yeah, so we weren't supposed to linger. We were supposed to do a sprint under this thing. Did it finally kill itself? I mean, am I supposed to be continuing on? Yeah, let's get out of here. Okay, we're finally done with him.
I'm looking at blueprints of the building. It's
Yeah, well, I'm
a
looking
long
at...
way to the top.
I'm looking at a freaking Panzerhund that was trying to kill me, okay? And now, you upgrade your knife to Flame Knife! If this is Castlevania, you probably could. Okay. So there's an officer somewhere. Officer Krupke. Son of a bitch! No. I'm not gonna get into the habit of doing this, but just fucking no. I refuse to not be able to get the drop on one officer, because there's gonna be a lot of combat in this level. I wanted to sneak up on that guy. Where's he even come from? Trying to figure out where I need to be to shoot at him. See, it seems like I've got, like, you can almost always see them before they see you, but... Okay, fine. You know, but he didn't call for backup. That's what I was really concerned about. And you know what? He might not have had any place to call for backup. That might have been just their little way of giving me an easy enemy to fight first, to let me know you're going to have regular enemies coming up now, not just, you know, plot battles like the Panzerhund. Still alive, buddy? Sounds like somebody's off to my left. Gefängnis Eisenwald. I think that means escape from Eisenwald. So they're talking about us in the newspaper, folks. We're a big deal. We're kind of a big deal. Venus under upside down. Okay. Just sort of creeping. Oh, he's trying to give somebody mouth to mouth.
Up ahead is the reception area.
Well, not mouth to mouth. He's trying to restart.
The reception area through the large doorway and into the window. Medusa's raised by Scrovage, and Bobby's death will not be in vain.
Otherwise, it's totally your fault.
On hard like. Picked the wrong day for hang gliding.
That guy was trying to resuscitate his friend, and we killed him. But they were both Nazis. In my defense, they were both Nazis. Well, that guy appears to be a maintenance worker, and their bodies have melded into one super being. Super dead being. Woohoo! Thing. That's backtracking, I believe. Our way forward is up here. And in not too much longer, we're going to be getting to an area that has not been devastated, and therefore, instead of finding a bunch of guys who are already dead or dying, we're going to start finding really pissed off Nazis. who are going to try to kill us. Again, don't understand why we don't start off in body armor. I guess maybe because in this mission you could argue that the security who stop you asking for your papers and say Heil Hitler and all that would notice body armor and be suspicious, but I don't know. And for anybody who knows the layout of this level and when the next time an enemy is going to show up, they're probably getting really ticked off at how slowly I'm going, but... Oh! Well, shit! I don't remember this! I really don't remember this at all. I really didn't remember that. But here's our armor pickups I've been looking for. One nice thing about fighting those robots, armor pickups. This is how we're probably supposed to kill it, with a Tesla grenade. And, yeah, super robot. Okay, I had forgotten about that. Came out of it okay, though. But I don't think there's any way to get in here without being detected, unfortunately. Much as I love the idea of sneaking up on this section of game. I think we get an autosave, and we got a whole fight ahead of us, which we're just not going to be able to sidestep. So, might be a good time to call it a video. We're trying to reach the moon dome. Sounds pretty neat. We'll jump right on that in the next video. I'm the Mysterious JG. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I hope you'll join me for the next video. Bye-bye.